Hey, Lori here from Unique in the Creek. Hello, hello, and good evening. Happy, what are we on? Wednesday? Are we Wednesday? Yeah, we're Wednesday. And welcome to Higgy Ann's Floral Creations. I am not Rhonda, obviously. As you can see in the bottom left corner, I'm Lori from Unique in the Creek. Say hello when you come in so I can see that you're here. No, you're not the first, Jane. We got a bit of a lag here, but that's okay. Hello. Say hello. Um, we're streaming on Rhonda's page while she's recuperating from her surgery. And I was very glad to help out when she reached out and asked. I said, absolutely, because that's what we do in this community. We help each other out. So, hello. Hi, everybody. Hi, friends. So, if you don't know who I am, which probably a lot of you don't, my name is Lori Franklin. I am the inventor, CEO, and creative visionary at Unique in the Creek Wreathing Boards. The wreathing boards are just a different way to do wreathing. There's a lot of other ways out there. This is just another simple way. We find it less expensive because you don't use as much materials and stuff. Hello. So tonight I'm going to be doing a rail board. Now the rail board is one of our newest boards. We have, I don't even know how many boards we have, seven boards out there, different shapes. And each one does different things. So a lot of you probably, if you know about the Unique in the Creek boards, you've probably seen the large board, and it's used to make a lot of the big flowers that people are seeing and stuff. So, and it's really, really easy to use. Some zip ties, some wire cutters, and some mesh, and folding your mesh different ways gives you different flower creations. So if you're interested in stuff like that, I have a whole YouTube channel. I think I have over 300 tutorials on my YouTube channel, Unique in the Creek. You can also find me live on Unique in the Creek Facebook page a couple times a week. So you can go over there. And we also have a sister group, which is called Unique Wreath Creators. That group is absolutely fantastic. They share everything in there. They come up with the most amazing creations. I always say I'm not the best wreather, but I have some good ideas. So I give everybody the ideas and then let them run with it. So it's a lot of fun. And Rhonda has done a few Unique in the Creek boards. So yeah, let's have some fun. And I'm going to be using some peaches. You guys got to see these. These are pretty fantastic. They are on my website. Now, I normally don't buy florals and stuff like this, but I had to buy them because I think peaches are going to be the new lemons. You know how everybody's gone lemon crazy and strawberry crazy? I think peaches are going to be the new lemons. Look at these, and these are fake. My kids really literally thought they were real. Look at these peaches. Doesn't that look real? It's even fuzzy like a peach and everything. Oh, thank you for floating my boat. So I'm going to use one of these. Now it's solid, but it's very, very light. I think it's just styrofoam in there. So I'm just going to glue it. My idea is just to glue it on the center of a bow I'm going to make on the rail. I brought 3 home because I thought maybe I'll do 3 peaches. But I changed my mind, and so I'm just going to use 1 peach. But anyways, these are on my website if you're interested in peaches. So we are going to also be, I know they look very real. They really, really do. We're also going to be using a vinyl. Now, this is the rail board, the Unique in the Creek rail board. So you can put an aluminum sign to this, or you can use one of our vinyl decals, which is a less expensive way to go about the rail. We have, I think, over 300 or 400 designs in the store. I'm going to be using this really cool farmer's market decal. and I'm going to show you how to put it on. It's very simple, but you do have to follow the instructions to get it on properly. So, but the sky's the limit. There is so many, we have so many of these, and it really makes shipping your wreath expensive or inexpensive too. And these rails are like perfect for like retirement homes or an RV or any smaller places that maybe can't handle one of the big wreaths and stuff. These are really fun to make. You don't use very much product at all on them, and they turn out fabulous. Yes. Oh, thanks, Tina. Okay, so I'm using this fabulous peach farmer's thing, and it is number 1122 if you're looking for it, or you can type in peaches on our website, Unique the Creek. I am also using, look how fabulous this ribbon is. What? Isn't that fabulous? So this is available on my website as well. I have different peach ribbons. So there's not only this one, there's some plain peach ribbon and everything too. But I really liked these two together. So I'm going to be using, Trina, you're not late. Nobody's late. So I'm going to be using this. I'm going to use, I wanted to do a base color on the back of this because I am going to be using some black and white check mesh. So I'm not an orange fan. Like, I don't have a lot of orange color, but I did see this on my ribbon rack, and it's kind of rustic looking. And because this is farmhouse style, I thought, okay, this will probably work. So I'm going to use this with this, and then I'm going to come in with this 1.5 inch gingham, just black and white gingham. Okay, so it's all going to kind of matchy match. However, I'm going to put some florals in, and I'm not a floral girl. Everybody knows I'm not a floral. I've been trying to go outside my comfort zone. I've been working on my bows. I've been using florals a little bit more lately. But I have this obsession with daisies. And if you follow me on Unique in the Creek, you know I have my obsession with daisies. So I am going to be adding some daisies incorporating some daisies into my rail. Orange and white, little daisies. I think it's going to look fabulous. Right? So I'm going to be putting some of these in. I have this fern type stuff. It's kind of rubbery. I might put a few of these in. We're just going to wing it, which is what I usually do all the time when I do my designs. And if it works out, yay. If it doesn't work out, whatever. Just snip off the zip ties and you start again. Because it's crafting. Crafting needs to be fun. There's no mistakes in crafting. So if you don't point out, if you made a mistake, don't point it out because nobody will be able to tell except you. All right, so let's see how this is going to get together, to come together, okay? So I am going to go bring my camera up. Now, usually I use my Mevo. My Mevo has been dropping the internet lately, so I've kind of stopped using it. So I'm just using a live stream, like a camera. I'm going to bring you guys down to the board so you can see exactly what I'm doing. Now, my assistant, Tina Kelly, is on with us right now. So if you have any questions and I miss your question, make sure you ask because Tina actually knows more than I do. So she's like the UITC encyclopedia. It's uniqueinthecreek.com. I just want to pull up, make sure I'm live streaming okay. We are. Alrighty. So the first thing I'm going to do is I am going to put my decal on, my vinyl decal. Now, basically, it's a big sticker. It is UV inks on it, and so it won't fade or anything. And it's very hot, heavy-duty vinyl. Now, because it's a heavy-duty vinyl, it's very, very sticky. And the way I've got around so that people don't screw up their vinyls, because, you know, $4 is $4. So the way I got around for not screwing up the vinyls is doing a method called the wet method. Now, this is in the vinyl industry. It's an actual thing. And this is how they apply vinyl wording and stuff on windows. Because windows, like, as soon as you put vinyl on a window, it's going to stick. And if you screw it up, there's no coming back. So you're not going to get it back off. So the way they do it is they use water. The vinyl is actually water-based. So it will dry. It will cure in like 24 hours. However, you can start decorating your rail or your character board or whatever you're using right away. It won't come off or anything, but it does, once it cures on there, it sticks really well. But the water gives you time to move it around, pick it up, put it back down, and stuff like that, okay? And it's very simple. Now, I have a water bottle. I just got one of these plant water bottles from the dollar store, and I just keep it beside me. Now, I do a lot of character boards and rails, obviously. But if you don't have a water bottle, just get a wet rag and pat the wet rag and leave some water blotches on your rail. Now, the front of the rail is nice and smooth. You'll see 2 holes up at the top, and we have rows 1 and 2 at the bottom. And then the back of the board is like our logo and stuff like that. So obviously we are going to decorate this part. Okay. So let's get started. So I'm just squirting some water onto my rail. Just like that. Now you want to make sure there's no hair. And in my house, it's almost impossible with 2 long-haired dogs. And glitter, which also is impossible. But try and have, as much as you can, no debris on your board. Okay, and I'm just moving the water around. Okay, now I'm going to take my sticker, okay, and I'm going to peel it off the paper. Just like that. Now this is garbage. And there's the back. It's really, really sticky. Okay, and what you're going to do, because we have the water on here, we don't have to worry about getting it perfectly straight the first time, because we will be able to pick it up and move it around and stuff again. So you're just going to place your decal. Oh, I did it right the first time. Pretty easy. So I'm just going to lift it up and eyeball it to make sure it's straight on the board. So put it straight down and make sure your vinyl is looking straight. Yes, it's a vinyl sticker. Okay. It looks good. I actually did it well the first time, but if yours is crooked or it's got a crease or whatever, look how easy it is to pick it back up. Okay. If we didn't use water, it would be really hard to pick it back up. So mine's good. It's perfect. I don't know how I did that the first time, but I did. Now I'm going to take, you can use a debit card. This is a luggage tag thing that's been floating around, and of course it's Mickey Mouse. So I use this. You could also use like a squeegee from Mod Podge. What you want to do is, though, if you're just going to use a debit card or a gift card or something, you want to cover it with some paper towel or even toilet paper, whatever, because it's going to do 2 things. The paper towel is going to not scratch your vinyl when you go to squeegee it, and it's also going to soak up any of the water that disperses from the bottom, because we want to squeeze the water out so it doesn't leave any bubbles. Okay. Like I said, it's very easy to do. We got our sticker on. Hi, everybody. Hi. And I start from the middle. And like I said, I got my card. Just put it, paper towel, and start from the middle and just push hard going down. Now you'll see water squirting out. We want that to happen. And you're going to go around your board. And this is how you do it for the character board as well. And we do have a quick 5-minute tutorial on the YouTube channel on how to do it. So if you forget, no biggie. But once you do it once, you don't have to watch it again. It's very easy. And that's it. So now I'm going to go around, dry it up a bit. And there we got our frame and our sign all in one piece. So I'm going to squeegee it a little bit more. Pressing hard because I don't want any bubbles trapped between the plastic and the vinyl, or any water. Now, when it does dry, if you do happen to get a little tiny air bubble or something, all you have to do is poke it with a pin and rub it with your finger, and the air bubble will come out. But the boards I think are like $4.75, and the vinyl is $4 something. So your whole rail is under $10. So, and it's plastic, so that's pretty good deal. And you'll see how little supplies you need to decorate it. There we go. Pretty easy. Pretty easy, eh? I'm going to clean up my water here. So don't worry about putting too much water on, because it'll just squirt out. If you put lots of water, I just keep going around and make sure no more water is coming out, because I did put a lot on. And we're good. So you can see my decal is just above the row 2. Okay. And we don't want to lift up the sides here. We want it to cure. But it's not cured, but we can still start decorating. Hello, everybody. Oh, there goes the dogs. The dogs have to say hi. All right. So next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get my supplies ready for decorating the bottom. I'm going to be using this black and white check ribbon or mesh. I've cut it at 10 inches. So this piece is 10 by 10. And you only need, if you're going to do it like me tonight, you only need 5 pieces. Okay? 5 pieces of mesh, 10 by 10. That's it. So you can do a lot of rails this style with 1 roll of mesh. I'm so thirsty. I have to apologize, guys. I had my second COVID shot yesterday, and it knocked me on my butt. Seriously, I was fine during the day, and then about just before dinner, it hit me like a Mack truck. And then today, it was no better. I was sleeping most of the day, and now my left lymph node under my armpit is a little swollen, so it's very tender. So I'm a little off my game tonight, but that's okay. We'll get through it. Okay, so let's get our ribbon ready. Now, for this, I think I'm just going to use ribbon for the bow. There is a few tutorials on my YouTube channel where I've used all ribbon. There was even one where I used no mesh, just ribbon. Go figure. It's a peacock one. There was no mesh in it. So that one's pretty fabulous if you have a lot of ribbon. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do, and I use zip ties. You can use pipe cleaners, Chanel stems or whatever. You can use PVC twist ties. I like zip ties because it keeps everything nice and neat for me. I don't know. I've never personally used the vinyl on wood, and because I've never used it, I can't guarantee that it will work. Okay. I know it works on the plastic because the plastic is smooth and they stick really well together. The wood is porous, which means there's air going to be underneath because the wood has like striations in it. So there will be air, which if air gets underneath the vinyl, it makes the vinyl less sticky. So unless you prep the wood with a primer or something to trap the air, I just can't guarantee it's going to work. Now, I do know people do it. I've never done it, so I cannot recommend doing it. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start with row 1 at the bottom. And this is row 1 right at the bottom, and it says 1. So I'm going to use these holes to the outside of the board. And I'm going to go I'm going to do each section. I'm going to do step by step, like not step by step, but I'm going to do this hole and work my way along. So I'm not going to be putting mesh in and then florals and everything. I'm going to do each one complete. So this hole I'm going to be using is I'm going to use a piece of mesh. I got Pfizer. And I'm going to be using these daisies. Now I'm going to be putting 3 sprigs of daisies in the 2 outside ones on the top and bottom. The center one, I'm going to be putting a bow. So I'm not going to be putting any daisies in there. So I'm going to be putting a bow. So, and you can have fun with these and run with it and play with all different ideas. This is just one idea. Yes, at the end, all I do is get a pen and I just punch through downward so the vinyl sticks to the inside of the 2 hanging holes. And I will show you guys that at the end. So I'm going to be doing 3 sprigs. So I need 3, 6, 9, 12, maybe 24. Maybe not. Maybe 2 at the top. Let's just play with it. I'm going to cut. So sprig meaning like this. And these I got at Michael's. I get these every spring, this bush, this particular bush, and it comes in red, orange, yellow, and white. And I buy them every spring because they're my absolute favorite. I love this daisy bush. Yeah, I was wondering why my arm, every time I moved my armpit, it was like killing. And then I lifted it up and it's like, oh my gosh, it's all swollen. Aha! And I got a banging headache, which really sucks. Okay, so we'll cut this bush off here. Actually, I probably only need 2 sprigs per hole. Now, you can use just ribbon. You don't have to use any florals, like I said. But because I'm on Rhonda's page and she loves to use her florals, I'm going to use florals. I got to honor the designer. And don't mind the grumbling if you hear it. It's only my stomach because my stomach hasn't been well either with this whole COVID thing. COVID shot. I hope it doesn't last 3 days. The headache is brutal. So I'm pushing the flowers up to the top. And I don't really like to use, I like to use these leaves in this bush, but I don't really like these ones. Oh, I think I left some of them on. Hello. Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining us. So I think this is going to take the longest part is cutting the daisies. And this bush is $9.99 at Michael's, but of course I used 50% off, so it was only $5. So it's a pretty full bush for $5. And I did get them online. Okay, so I cut 1 orange and 1 white. The SKU number, now these are from the spring collection. Like I said, I bought them. I usually buy them in like February. And they are $9.99 in the US. They do have them in Canada. I don't know, for some of you that don't know me, I am Canadian. You probably heard my accent here. And the SKU number is 915-1872473. So 915-1872473. But if you just type in Daisy Bush, it should come up. Now, I can't guarantee that there's any left. Like I said, I bought it a while ago, and I've been using them on a lot of designs lately because I'm a goober, and instead of 5 bushes, I ordered 50 bushes. Yes, I ordered 50 bushes instead of 5 because I wasn't paying attention, and I wasn't even paying attention when I paid for it. So every design has daisies in it. Okay, let's get this started. So I'm starting on the bottom. So I'm putting my zip tie through the hole and just laying it on the table. you want to make sure when you put your zip tie in that the flat part of the zip tie head and the tail are going to match. That's the way it's going to zip up and lock. If you do it the other way, you'll know, because you won't be able, it's really, really hard to get in backwards. And if you do happen to get it in, you're not going to hear a zipping sound and it won't lock. So just look down and you probably have your zip tie backwards. So for this bottom part, I'm going to use a piece of mesh. Like I said, it's 10 by 10. And I'm going to make what I call a kerfuffle. It's not a woodland ruffle, and it's not a ruffle. So I kind of called it a kerfuffle because I really like, just say it out loud. Everybody say it out loud. Kerfuffle! You'll love saying it. Anyways, that's what I'm doing. So you take your 10-inch piece of mesh, curl up, meaning if it rocks back and forth, it's curled up. And my serged finished factory edges are on the sides. Okay? No, Teresa, don't ask Lori about the fish. Lori did the same thing with the fish. You're going to have your cut ends at the top and bottom. What you're going to do is fold your mesh in and just about halfway, take your top and go over the bottom fold, and you're just overlapping just a little bit. And what this is doing is you're hiding your cut edge so you don't see those darn frays. We hate the frays. Although the frays would look cute in this because it's a farmhouse one, but we don't want frays. Then you're just going to scrunch it right up the middle, and you make kind of a formation like this. I use clothespins a lot to help me wreath. So I always have clothespins on hand. Okay, so I'm going to put this kerfuffle in seam down. Seam meaning there's the two cut edges. I'm going to be putting it in like this. And I'm going to fold it down because I don't want this really poofy. So meaning that, you know, the ribbons and stuff are sticking out everywhere. So I'm going to have my kerfuffle. I'm going to bring it down. Okay. And I'm going to go around with my zip tie and do it up. Now I'm not doing it up tight whatsoever. Just enough that it's holding in my kerfuffle. Okay. And then I'm going to take some of these daisies. So I think I'll do 2 orange and 1 white on the bottom. And then up here, I'll do 2 white and 1 orange. That sounds good. And I'm going to just stick them in the zip tie. So no glue, no nothing. Now you can, however, hot glue. Look at this. We don't like this. That looks too fake. So I'm going to just stick that in. I'm going to stick the white one in the center. Hello, Tony. Hello, everybody. Hi, Luann. Oh, we just went about how Lori's feeling. Lori had her COVID shot, second COVID shot yesterday. And I was doing so great thinking, okay, I'm not going to get any symptoms. Bam. That Mack truck hit me really hard. There, so I just got 2 orange and 1 white in the center. Make sure my kerfuffle is facing downwards. And now I'm going to do the zip tie up around everything. Pull it tight and clip it off. Okay, you can trim up if you want. You're not going to see these stems anyways, but clip off those. And now I'm just going to add a bit of hot glue onto the stems, just so if this falls off the door and your customer goes to grab the wreath by the florals or something, they're not going to pull it out of the zip tie. Easy, right? Okay, that's our first one. I'm going to go down to the next one and do the same thing. So again, you only need 5 pieces of 10 by 10. And we're doing a kerfuffle. Everybody say it again. Kerfuffle. It's a kerfuffle. Okay, scrunch it up the middle, seam down. I'm bending it downwards, doing up my zip tie. Not completely tight because I want to add my florals. Oh, I was going to add some of this. Let's see. Will this even match? We might just bypass the... Let's see. Actually, it looks a little pretty. Okay. Let's add a little bit of this fern stuff. Just a piece. Now, I didn't even add a full piece. It's only a half piece. And I'm just going to stick it into my zip tie. If I can get it in. There we go. Push it in. Put a little bit of hot glue in right there so it doesn't come out. And there we go. And then push my daisies back. That adds a little cute little touch. I just got to remember to do it on that side too. There you go, Haley. You know how to. It's a kerfuffle. All right, let's do 2 white and 1 orange. We'll get rid of this yucky. Put it back together. Everybody saying kerfuffles. All right, so I'm going to do 2 white and 1 orange on this one. Hello. Thank you, Tina. See, Tina Kelly knows everything. Alrighty. There we go. I probably didn't even need mesh. Oh, this one didn't even go in. Duh. Ugh. Slide it in there. There we go. I'll add a little bit of glue so it doesn't come out. And cut this. The center one, I am just going to do, I think I'm just going to do mesh because I'm going to be doing a big bow in the center. And you won't even, so I'm not going to waste my florals because you won't even see them. So I'll just put a piece of mesh just to give it the fullness and the bow to sit up. Are they half off at Michael's? There you go. $5. The best daisy bushes out there until we all start using them, and then they're going to be like the tulips and go to crap. On my page, when boycotting tulips, I did a boycott because Michael's has gotten so chintzy with their tulips because everybody's using them. We're now promoting the daisy. Dave, if you're watching, can you bring me a buble? All right, so this next one, I'm going to do the same as over here. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm using 6 pieces of mesh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces of mesh. My bad. Not 5 pieces, 6 pieces of 10 by 10 mesh. All right, and this one I used 2 white, 1 orange. So 2 white. I know, go daisies! We're all Team Daisy at Unique in the Creek. Right, Creekers? Daisies, kerfuffles, nubs. You get a whole vocabulary when you watch me. So for all those people of Rhonda's, when you come watch me, you get all kinds of new words. It's a lot of fun. And any Creekers that are watching right now, if you wouldn't mind giving Higgy Ann's Floral Creations a like, I'm sure she will appreciate it. She's recovering from her surgery. Oh, shoot. You know what? Taking this one out. I'm going to start over here so you guys can see what I'm doing. Because everything overlaps, so you never see the zip tie or anything, and you won't see any of the stems. You get educated. Edumacated. Tammy. Edumacated. Because we have the Lori Dictionary. The Dictionary of Loriisms. And then you throw a little bit of Monkey's Creations in there and you get some wild, crazy stuff coming out. Hi, Barbara Craft. Oh, Dean. Late again. It's okay, Dean. We'll forgive you. All right, so, because that one we did 2 orange, 1 white. I could have left this one in if I wasn't teaching you guys, but you wouldn't have been able to see what I did over here. Yeah, my second one. My first one wasn't bad. I had a sore arm and a little bit of a headache and runny nose, but nothing major at all. So when I got the second one, my arm didn't even hurt. It didn't hurt at all yesterday. So I thought, oh, this is great. I'm fine. And then, bam. I said to Dave, did you get the name of that truck? The license plate? Oh, my God. All right, so we're doing 2 white. Oh, yes, the green. Thank you. See, I was seeing if you guys were paying attention. Thank you, Linda. So I'm just going to cut a piece. I don't know where the other half went from the other one I used. Oh, right here. No, we don't want to use that one. I have no idea where I got these. You know when you find a good thing and it's like, oh, I'll be able to use those. And then years later, you're like, oh, where did I buy those? Kind of weird. Oh, here's a piece. Here we go. Yeah, that little bit of green just gives it a little bit of color. So I didn't glue anything, so this should go in really easy. See, the boards are so versatile that even when you make mistakes, and I make a lot of them, you can recover and still look like a pro. Right? Thank you for keeping me. You're always keeping me on my toes, Linda. All right, let's hit it with a little bit of glue. And same with these daisies. There we go. Just a little bit. Just enough that if they tried to pull it out, they can't. All right, let's continue. We are doing 2 white, 1 orange. Oh, lucky you. We just went, we're in a lockdown still, and it got extended again. We've been staying home lockdown for a month, and they just extended it into June 2nd. It's like, thank you. That was sarcastic. We've been prisoners in our home, which I get it. I get it. You know, it's bad out there. All right, that's our first row. So we used 5 pieces of mesh. So now we're going to go up to this next row. And the next one, what I'm going to do, I'm still using zip tie. I'm going down 1 hole and back up the other. Just like that. I'm not going to use any mesh this time. I'm just going to fill it up with the daisies because you can see how full it already is just with the 1 row. So if I put mesh in there, it's going to make it way too poofy and I'll be wasting mesh. Don't want to waste mesh. It's too hard to find and too expensive. So I used 2 orange and 1 white. So on the top here, I'm just going to use 2 white, 1 orange. And I'm sliding them just right into the zip tie. Oh, let's take this. I don't know. That's the only fallback about this bush. They put that fake flower or fake leaf. They have 2 different leaves. Now this one is okay. But look how cheesy this one is. Like, why? All right, so 1. I am from Niagara Falls, Ontario, Canada. Our boards are made in Canada and made in Hamilton, Ontario. I used to live in Stony Creek, hence Unique in the Creek. We have a facility over in Buffalo, New York. And yeah, we're looking at another facility down in the States to start producing, not soon, but in the next year or two, start producing some boards in the States and in Canada. So exciting things happening. There, look how full that is already. And I didn't even use any mesh. Hello, hello. And now I'm just going to glue right to the board, so nobody pulls it out. And then once we're done, we can pull up our daisies and move them around and stuff. Yeah, these are from Michael's. You can use, there's, you know, the dollar store is having some cool florals and stuff too. But I'm telling you, this bush for $5, you can't beat it. Linda. Listen, Linda. Was it two? Do I do 2 orange and 1? 2 orange. Okay, it's 2 white, 1 orange. 2 white, 1 orange. Now, I have a lot of daisies in here. You really don't need that many. You could probably put just 2 sprigs in the top row, or in the bottom row, sorry. In the bottom row, because you have mesh. But Lori has lots of daisies, so I might as well use them. Look, look, look. Your dog asked to go to bed. Haley, I think you have a problem when you hear talking dogs. Okay, just saying. Not judging, but if you're hearing your dog talk, you might want to ask for some help. I love you, Haley. All right, so this is the center one where I'm going to put my bow. I'm going to put a piece of mesh there so my bow kind of sits up. I need some water. So I'm making another kerfuffle and just zipping it on. Yeah, I was only doing the greenery at the sides. Just a couple little pieces to stick out at the side there. You can add more. Like I could probably stick some in there. We'll see how it looks when I'm done, because it's easy to add. You just stick them into the zip tie. All right, we'll do this one next. Do you think I should, maybe, let me see. Now you got me thinking. See if I need to add it in the top row as well. Just fold these back and slide it in behind here into the zip tie. Oops. It's too much. Ah, that looks okay. Okay. See how easy that was? Easy. My nose is still running. That's one thing I got with the first COVID shot, was a very runny nose. All right. Look, I remembered the greenery. So let's just put the green. And then we'll put the daisies on top. Now I can't remember. 2 white. It is cute. Like I said, I put a lot of sprigs of daisies in here. You don't have to put as many. Two white, 1 orange, and zip tie around it. The nice thing about these, the rails, they don't get very big. They're not huge. And you can see, where did I put my wire nippers? You can see I don't use a lot of materials. So if you're using ribbon, I understand floral's a little bit more expensive, but you can just use ribbons as well instead of florals. I know. It's very far away to go get my water. I need to have a little fridge down here in my craft dungeon. Okay. Okay, we're done with the florals. I love daisies. They're my favorite. How can you not look at them and not smile? They're just fun. Put a little bit of glue. I forgot to glue these ones. Just lift them back. There we go. All right. That's it. Thank you for joining me. No, I'm just kidding. Let's make a bow that we can put in the center. And then we're going to put a big old peach in the center of the bow. Isn't that cute? Now we'll pull up the daisies a bit. It's going to be adorable. I know they tell you, I've been trying to drink as much water as I can, especially my buble because I'm addicted. I only brought one down. Actually, I would just call my garçon or my daughter. Not FaceTime. Lolly, can you run up? I'm in the middle of a live. Can you run up and get me a buble, honey? I'm really, really thirsty. Yeah. Thank you. Okay, so let's make a bow. Now I'm going to use this orange for the bottom, so it breaks up the black and white a little bit. Like I said, I don't use orange a lot, so I didn't have a lot of orange, but this is kind of rustic looking. All right, so I think I'm going to do my tails. This long. That's about 10 inches. I like to do my tails a little longer because you can cut them back if they're too long, but if they're too short, then you have to redo everything, right? All right. Thank you, honey. Anybody else addicted to buble? Anybody see the commercial for with Michael Bublé? It's hilarious. I think I'm going to do 6-inch loops because I have this big old peach I'm going to put in the center, I believe. So let's just do, I'm just going to do one loop of this using this orange. Just one loop on each side. Now, I am not the greatest bow maker. I practice and I try. So if you do follow me, you know I've been getting better. Oh, it's not awful. You only have to have a couple cans and then you're addicted. The taste gets to you. And then I'm going to come in with this awesome peach black and white check. I'm going to sell this in the store and I sell this in our store. I also have 1.5-inch ribbon with different peaches. I'm going to do 10-inch again. I'm going to do 2 loops, maybe 3 loops, because I really want to show the peach ribbon. You just kept gagging. Michelle too, but now she's addicted. All right. So I think I'll do about 6 inches well. So the orange is just a base for my bow to break up from the black and white. You don't like the cherry flavor? Have you tried the new pineapple and peach? Oh, it's so good. But yeah, it's an acquired taste. But once you get addicted, you're addicted. Thank you. I like this ribbon too. Sorry about the sniffles. I apologize. My nose is just running here. Okay. Now I'm going to come in with this 1.5. I'll do 2 loops on each side. And I'm going to do about 5 inch. I think it'd be easy, or 6 inch. Yeah, I guess there is a finished edge. No, not really. This doesn't really have a finished edge, so I don't have to twist. Or good side, bad side, I mean. Hi, Rhonda. How are you feeling, doll? I think your people are having fun. I hope they are. We're making a rail with peaches. I know the ribbons are fun, right? It goes really nicely with this vinyl I picked. All right, now here's where I do things different than anybody else. Of course, because I love my zip ties, and I like to get my center of my bow nice and tight. So I zip tie it. All right. So I put my zip tie down. Take my bow off. Now, I don't see anybody else ever doing this, but it works for me. So if it works for me, why fix it, right? Keeping my stack nice and straight. And instead of twisting and all that other jazz that everybody does with the pipe cleaners and stuff, I zip it. There we go. Now I'm going to flip this over and bring the head of the zip tie to the back of the bow. And then I'm going to take a pipe cleaner and I'm going to put it in behind the zip tie. And once we got all that on, I'm going to push it down and zip this up real tight. And voila! No twisting, no nothing. Done. And it's tight. Well, look at that. Okay. Let's get our rail back. Alrighty. Well, thank you, Rhonda. I'm getting much better making bows. Much better. I've been practicing. And I'm using florals just for you. And you know I don't use florals a lot. So where I'm going to be putting this bow is I'm just going to put look how nice and neat the back is. I'm going to put the 2 ends of the pipe cleaner in one hole and the other hole, and it completely centers your bow. So nothing's sliding around or anything. Nothing's going to break. I know sometimes the wood rails are kind of thin and stuff. All right, and now I'm going to pull this down. And you don't have to pull it right to the board. because Lord knows I don't want to pucker my center. Michelle will be giving me crap. And you flip it over, and I'm just going to give it a twist until I totally know that's exactly how I want my bow. Actually, maybe I might change my mind. Maybe I'm going to put my bow, because it's a big bow. So I might put it between these two holes. So right in between the two meshes. That way my peach, because the peach is kind of big, and that way my peach isn't going to cover up my side. So there's where I put my bow, in between there. That's better. Okay, we'll dovetail the ends. Thank you. It's really easy to do. These are fun because you don't need much. Like, I'm done with the ribbons. Look how much ribbon. I have enough for another probably 4 rails. Like, I really didn't use much at all. We used 6 pieces of 10-inch mesh. So, it's very economical. And it's not overly large. So, like I said, it's perfect for, you know, an RV or a retirement home or something. Isn't it cute? Wait till I put the peach on. Because we're starting on the peach is the new lemon, remember? All right, now we can open up our loops. Actually, I probably should put my peach on before I start farting around with my loops here. I think I will. All right, so this peach, look how cute. It looks real. Does not look real. I'm just going to glue it. I'm going to glue it. Because it's styrofoam, so you really can't. I guess you could put a cable mount. You could probably put a cable mount on it, but it's so light, I'm just going to glue it. But which way do I want to make sure? I think I'll put it on like kind of sideways. I've never used fruit on a wreath. Well, I should say that. I've used strawberries. But I'm not one of the, I didn't join the whole lemon kick thing. Oh, hi, Monk. We're playing on Rhonda's page here. Look how good my bows are getting, Monk, and I didn't pucker it. I think my bow needs a little bit tighter, so I'll just pull it down a little bit. There we go. Okay, so I think I'm committed to this. So you're just going to cut a little bit of the chenille stems off, and you're going to feed the ends of the chenille stems back down the hole so there's nothing on the back of the rail to scratch anybody's door or cut anybody. What happened here? And then I'll put just a little bit of glue in the hole just to keep those chenille stems down there. Look how adorable. And we can move our daisies, pull them up. I think I'm in love with this rail with a big old peach, Georgia peach. Oh yeah, I guess so. People from Georgia would love this. All right, so let us put our our hanger on. Now, this one is this. So you see the 2 holes in the back. All I'm going to do is take a pen and I'm going to go downwards. That way, when I go through the hole, the vinyl is sticking inside of the hole. Okay, that's it. And I'm going to use this little, what is it, 3/8. You can get this stuff cheap at the dollar store and stuff, to make a cute little hanger. It's blocking my comments. You're a Georgia peach. So I'm going to go through. Now you can use all kinds of stuff for a hanger, just using this little ribbon. I'm going to make a, I don't know, some kind of bow. I guess I could make a bow on the bow maker, or I can just tie it. Let's just tie it because it's easy and I'm just getting a little bit tired. Stupid COVID shot. Now people put, actually, we can put flower. Actually, maybe I will. I will put a few little daisies up there. Okay, not the best bow, but it is what it is. I have a few little daisies. Little daisy heads I can put. I don't know if it's talent or just good luck for me. I have these visions all the time, and sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. Like I said, it's whatever. I don't stress about it. I'm not OCD. I don't stress about stuff like that. Because if you stress about it, then 9 times out of 10, if you're stressing too much, you're going to have to walk away and it won't work out anyways. And then it sucks the fun out of crafting. So don't stress. Just go with the flow. What's the worst that can happen? Everything falls on the floor and then you and you have to redo it. I should have cut these little nibs off so I can glue it flat. There. You can do something like that. My friend Karen makes the most awesome rails these days. She's way better at it than me. And she just started wreathing. So we do have a lot of newbies at Newbie Creekers. And they are just doing so fabulous. All right. I got to work a little on the hanger. We'll do my loops a little better. But let's bring it up. And if you guys seen my craft room, oh my gosh, the craft dungeon. It's a complete disaster. It feels like the truck that hit me probably went through it as well. All right. Hello. Here is our Georgia peach. Isn't that cute? Our little rail. I love it. And it was fun to make. Not hard at all. What do you guys think? Oh, I don't know, Connie. You know me. You've been with me since the beginning. There's some epic fails, and I'm the first one to admit it. I don't care. I'm thinking I'm loving this, though. Are we loving this? Kind of cute. 6 pieces of mesh, 2 bushes, so an orange bush and a white bush of the daisies. And again, you can use ribbon. We could have put ribbon bows, 3 ribbon bows and some tails. We didn't have to use florals. But it looks really cute. A cute bow in the center. And like I said, we have so many vinyl centers that you can choose from. Now this is stuck on there really well. It's going to cure in about 24 hours. You won't be able to tell a difference or anything, but you might want to look to see if there's any air bubbles tomorrow. And sometimes, like, I don't get it completely on because the vinyl is exact size of the board, and sometimes I don't get it right on. So if there's a little bit of vinyl sticking out the side, now I wouldn't do it today, but okay, maybe I will. I just go around and kind of trim the vinyl because I didn't get it perfectly dead on, but you can't tell. So I didn't tell you guys that. You just trim it. You can also go around. I have this bling rope here, this piece of bling rope. You could go around the outside of the board and put some roping around it to make it even pop even more. Look at that. Just glue it on the side here. So you can use like jute rope, or if you got some bling rope, some yarn, like chunky yarn, if you want to go around and it just emphasizes it very more. But I think I love it. My peach. Yes, we are praying for Rhonda to get better. We're praying for Lori's nose to stop snotting because I know I'm silly now. I need to go back to bed. Yeah, I might put the bling rope around it. I don't know if I have any more bling rope left in our store. It could be. This is PVC bling rope I started using. I imported it with all different kinds of colors. It's actually, some of them are actually rhinestones, and that's why they're so sparkly. So it's not glitter. This one is actually rhinestone. This one is more of a glitter with the hair, dog hair all over it. You can see the difference, or maybe you can't. One's a little shinier than the other. This one's rhinestone. This is called a palette glitter or something. But that would look really cute going around. I think I might finish it off. So thank you for joining me. Again, my name's Lori. I'm the CEO and, all that jazz stuff at Unique in the Creek. Come on over and have us a like and a follow. Not a like. I don't even think there's likes anymore. A follow. And Creekers, go on over to Rhonda's page. It's Higgy and Floral Creations. Give her a like. She does some fabulous work. Really fabulous. And she teaches bows really well. So if she liked my bow, that's a good thing. Thank you for joining me. And all y'all, that's my Southern, all y'all, have a great evening. Night, everybody.